When you're with yourself, it's biologically normal to feel as though your life will be kind of on hold until you're with someone again. If you're not in a romantic relationship, you could feel the pull of your biological pre-programming to feel as though your life is going to be in a limbo state until you're in a relationship again. And when you're in pain, it is normal and understandable to do anything possible to get away from that pain, including numbing yourself through drugs, relationship, sex, alcohol, etc. And so I was thinking about someone I knew who her husband wanted a divorce, and she was devastated. It really came out of the blue. And within a day, she was on 2, I think maybe even 3 different medications, prescribed medications, because she had to function in terms of her day-to-day responsibilities, work, school, whatever. And it's sad that, even when a major life change hits us, it's hard to oftentimes just be present with that because of our responsibilities that are required for survival. And so people numb themselves oftentimes when pain comes up, which again, totally understandable. But a lot of times that trauma gets suppressed into the unconscious mind, where it can linger on and affect us in subtle ways. If not now, then at some point down the road. So what I suggest, because it works, I've experienced firsthand how it leads to more release and more peace in the mind, is to lean into the pain. That's a phrase I think I read in Pema Chodron's When Things Fall Apart. And our instinct is to get away and run from the pain. But if you are willing to feel pain and allow yourself to just trust that it will not destroy you, then you can move through it. And then you get to a place where, let's say if you're going through divorce or breakup or whatever, that you feel like, okay, I'm over the worst of the pain, but I will be more whole, W-H-O-L-E, when I'm in a relationship again. I will feel better and all that stuff like that. And this is where I believe the greatest transition comes in terms of moving from body identified to spirit identified being. Because if you're body identified, then there really is no self. There is just a series of unconscious behaviors that are moving you towards a relationship because of your biological programming to breed and have children and to continue life on that level of a animal. And just the whole identification that has kept humanity thriving on this planet into the billions and billions has been very well established and is very powerful. But if you are interested in spirit identification, you may find that you have to move into your presence before you can have a conscious relationship, a successful relationship that goes beyond, just the biological honeymoon impulses and so forth. Because if you don't have a sense of self, then you don't have the deep sense of security and comfort that comes from knowing that all relationships are a choice and that you always have yourself no matter what comes up, and will maintain a connection to yourself when various challenges arise in relationships, as they often do, inevitably do. So there's that tendency to just feel like you're waiting when you're single. And getting away from this feeling of waiting into being and saying, what can I do with myself in this moment? How can I feel good? How can I utilize every day as an opportunity to solve problems in my life that may linger, to create a kind of existence that is more aligned with my purpose, and to raise my vibration? Because there's a peacefulness that comes from the surrendering into just being with what is, and not feeling like your life is on hold. And this is true if you're already in a relationship and you feel as though something better needs to happen, that you need to get married, you need to have children, you need to move to a nicer place, you need to get a better job. These things may all unfold, but in the process of life's journey, you will find peace only when you can be okay with what is, in the sense that even if it's not perfect and ideal, you can enjoy it and you can get out of that constant mind chatter of longing for things to always be changing and stimulating, and just all these experiences outside yourself to make you feel something. Because there is a greater sense of aliveness and awareness within you that most people never access because they're too busy longing. And it's like this secret treasure that a lot of people just die without knowing that it's within them, because they're not willing to be still and get comfortable with themselves.